take a look at the new MSI GT75 laptop from HIDevolution.com. Be sure to check those guys out as they offer great customer service and support for all your gaming laptops and more. Alright guys, this one features an 8th generation Intel chip, which is up to 50% faster. So let's see if it's worth picking up. For the first time ever, we're getting a Core i9-8950HK processor, which is an 8th gen chip with 6 cores, followed by 32GB of DDR4 RAM, 512GB SSD drive, which is a Samsung SM961, and a 17.3-inch Full HD panel with 120Hz, and the retail price is starting at $32.99 for this configuration. The bottom panel is made out of all plastic, and you got these cool looking red vents here towards the bottom that hopefully will give it better cooling performance. We'll find out shortly. Next up, let me show you the internal components. Here you got your 3 speaker setup, 2 speakers and 1 subwoofer, powered by Dyna Audio, 74 Wh battery pack. That is kind of small compared to the legal limit of 99 Wh. 1 TB drive. You also get a 512GB SSD under here, which is wicked fast. Here you got your GTX 1080 with 8GB of GDDR5X. This is one hell of a GPU. Followed by the all-new Intel Core i9-8950HK, which is a freaking powerful processor. This configuration does come with 32GB of RAM, but you can extend it to 64GB. And last but not least is your dual fan setup. The top section of the lid is made out of aluminum and it feels pretty sturdy. However, it is a fingerprint magnet, so beware. And in terms of size, this is one pretty big gaming laptop. It comes in at 2.28 inches thick and approximately 10 pounds. On the left side, you got your exhaust vent, 3 USB 3s, headset and microphone audio jacks. On the right side, you got 2 more USB 3s, SD card reader, exhaust vent, and a security lock slot. And finally, towards the back, you got an RJ45 Ethernet, mini DisplayPort 1.2, Thunderbolt 3, full-size HDMI 2.0, and your charging port. Towards the front, you do have some LED indicators for your power status, hard drive indicator, and your battery indicator. One of the best features on this laptop is the 17.3-inch G-Sync panel. This screen is a beauty and a gem to look at. It is a TN panel, so some people may be knocked off by it, but believe me, this is one of the best TN panels on the market for gaming laptops. This panel runs at 120Hz with a 3 millisecond response time, and the color accuracy is surprisingly very good. Overall, this is a pretty good panel, with the exception of the brightness levels. The max was around 280 nits, which I wish was just a tad brighter. The trackpad on here is one of my favorite. The texture is super smooth, just like a MacBook Pro, and I even dare to say it compares to a MacBook Pro. What's even better is these 2 physical buttons right here feel really good. The clickiness and tactile just feels awesome. It just feels like a high-end mouse. The mechanical keyboard on this laptop is provided by SteelSeries, and it is awesome. The tactile feedback from these keys offer excellent feedback, and the response from these keys just offer a great confidence in typing. Overall, this is one of my favorite gaming laptop keyboards on the market. This SteelSeries keyboard offers a ton of customization options for your backlight. For example, you can change each specific key to a certain color. Unlike most gaming laptops on the market, they only give you 2 to 3 zones to customize. Here's a quick glimpse at the MSI control panel for your RGB backlit keyboard. Like I said earlier, there are a ton of options. The speakers on this laptop are amazing. They're powered by Dyna Audio and they're faced towards the bottom, which I usually don't prefer, but once you power these babies on, they sound fantastic. 75 Wh battery pack is really not that great for something this big and powerful. You can expect around 2 hours on medium screen brightness and around 45 minutes of gameplay. Now check out what you need to power this beast. You got 2 230W AC power adapters plus a converter box. It is a pain carrying around 2 power supplies and a converter box, as I wish they would have just supplied one 330W AC adapter. But I've heard the 330W AC adapter does not provide enough juice, therefore MSI provides 2 power adapters. For the first time ever, we're getting a Core i9 processor packed inside of a laptop. This one's the Core i9-8950HK, which is a high-end processor with 6 cores and 12 threads, and is based on the latest Coffee Lake architecture. With an additional 2 cores on this Core i9, it's technically up to 70% faster than last year's Core i7-77HQ. Just put it this way, this chip is freaking fast. This laptop comes equipped with a GTX 1080 with 8GB of GDDR5X. The performance is breathtaking. You can play any of today's AAA titles without a hiccup. In fact, in 4 to 5 years, this CPU and GPU combination will still be firing away at AAA titles with ease. One of the most popular games right now is Fortnite. I got it running at 1920 by 1080p on epic settings, and I'm getting an average around 130 to 145 frames per second. Next up is Overwatch, running on epic settings at 1920 by 1080p, and I'm getting an average around 160 to 175 frames per second. Next up is Witcher 3, which is a high endurance game, and on average I get around 70 to 80 frames per second at 1920 by 1080p on ultra settings. Alright guys, last but not least is PUBG, running at 1920 by 1080p on ultra settings. On average I'm getting around 90 to 100 frames per second. With this combination of the GTX 1080 and Core i9-8950HK, you're getting one powerful mobile gaming rig. With the combination of the Cooler Boost Titan from MSI and HIDevolution's thermal interface material upgrades, the temperatures are very impressive. The external temperatures never got out of an uncomfortable range. I was not expecting this laptop with this powerful CPU and GPU combination to run this efficient. If you guys do decide to get this laptop, make sure you upgrade to the $95 thermal interface material upgrades for the best cooling performance. With the Cooler Boost Titan mode turned on, the max CPU temps were around 75 to 78 degrees Celsius, with an average of 50 to 52 degrees Celsius. That is super impressive. With Cooler Boost turned off and the fan set to auto, the max temps I got were around 87 degrees Celsius and an average of 60 degrees Celsius. These temps are still pretty good. And finally, the max GPU temps were usually around 77 to 82 degrees Celsius. At idle, the fans are pretty quiet. They come in at around 35 decibels, and while you're playing a game, you're going to get around 57 decibels, and with Cooler Boost Titan mode turned on, around 62 decibels. Alright, so let's get to the conclusion of the MSI GT75 8RG. This is truly a desktop replacement. It has all the features you would want. You get a beautiful 17.3-inch Full HD TN panel running at 120Hz plus G-Sync, and you get great color accuracy and fast response time. This panel has it all. It's one of the main standout features of this laptop. The mechanical keyboard is one of the better ones I have tested. The trackpad, even though it's not a Windows Precision trackpad, does an excellent job. The combination of the Core i9-8950HK and GTX 1080 offer an incredible amount of horsepower for a mobile gaming rig. This is what you truly call a desktop replacement. The speakers also bring the best out of the whole multimedia experience. These speakers are literally the best I have ever heard inside of a laptop. Okay, so this about wraps my full review on the MSI GT75 8RG. This is one incredible laptop. So if you guys are interested in purchasing, be sure to check out HIDevolution.com for more details. From their website, you get a ton of more customization options of whether you want a 4K panel, display calibration, or you want them to cherry pick a panel to minimize backlight bleed, display warranty, thermal interface material upgrades for better cooling efficiency, memory, M.2 SSD drives, and more. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. If you didn't like it, you guys know what to do. Alright guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.